What's up, BEATNIKERS? Welcome back to my channel once again. If you're new here, I would request you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I feel that my goal is to bring you the most delicious thinking and enhance your intellect to escape velocity. Let's start this vlog. So before I actually start today's video, don't forget that I'm giving away my BEATNIKERS sweater which I made recently with Judith. So we had a competition. If you don't know, this is the video I'm talking about, or if you don't know, this is the video I'm talking about. Go ahead and follow and participate if you haven't participated in that. Moving on from here, this morning I had an opportunity to meet a person who is living in the outskirts of Berlin as a refugee. He has traveled all the way from Iran to Germany, and you know, the refugee crisis is such a big topic here in Germany. I wanted to know the journey, what he has traveled, because in the news I feel that some of the media houses actually show only the parts which they have interest in, right? There's always lobbying in the media house because somebody will go politically wrong or right. Somebody has influence over media houses. So I was like, okay, how much is the truth? What is happening in the Greece? What is happening in Turkey? What is happening? When and how do you arrive with the boat and where do you go, etc., etc. This is what we hear, right? Unless you actually go through that path. I had an opportunity to sit down and talk to Ali, that's what his name is, and he's here with his family, and I spoke to him. Have a look at this.
So this is my room.
So come in. So Ali's actually taking us around where he stays. So this is the typical refugee camp, right? Is this what it is? Would you like to give me a walk through? How was this room like when you arrived? It was not so much filled. Who stays? How many people here?
So
what were you given? Yeah.
At the first, there was nothing here. We brought everything ourselves. Yeah. And here's my bed. This is my mother's bed. This is my brother's bed. So 3 persons in one room.
3 people. Okay.
But most of the refugees have the same situation. Most of the rooms are like this.
Right.
It's 3-person room. We have also 2-person, but it's not so. It's almost the same size.
Right. What about this cupboards?
It was here. For example, this was here, and the
table was
the table was
2
here.
chairs or 3 chairs.
But the beds, but the other things are ours.
It's yours. Okay. Couple of years back, when I came to this country, and even recently, I was seeing in the news all over, almost every single day, that how migrant crisis was happening and how Germany opened the door for so many people, and it is really appreciable. I want to talk to Ali, and I want to know what's your story like. Where did you start from? What kind of struggle? Because as far as what we see in the news, that's what we believe, and a lot of them are not really true. This is my first time I'm meeting somebody who has gone through ups and downs and reached so far. He comes from Iran. Now, every immigrant or a refugee you meet here has a different story to tell, okay? Like Ali, there are millions out there, right? There are millions of people who have come from their country, left everything, all the properties, all the savings what they had to leave it for some kind of circumstances. To be honest, I'm really thankful for my life, what I have. I'm just gonna ask you, can you tell me and my audience, where did you start all this from? Like, where? I want to know every small detail. This is the first time I'm going to listen to somebody in person sitting like this. So can you just walk us through?
So, if someone has a problem with the regime in Iran and the person who work with regime, then you have problems. It also happened for our family that they had problem with regimes and they were dead. The regime that killed them. They can't do it because they are dictator, and we had the same problem. So we had problem with regime. And
when you say regime, means government.
Government.
You had a problem with government.
Yes, the persons who work for the government. Right. So they are dangerous. They can do everything. They can't kill you, and no one will understand. They have power. You can't do anything. They are the law.
Right.
Because of that, we decide to move to Turkey at the first.
Turkey. Okay.
Turkey.
Yeah.
I came with my mother with airplane, but my brother didn't have any passport because he was 18 years old. When you are 18 years old, then you have to.
So how long are we talking all these things? When did it all start? At what was your age?
I was 17.
Okay.
I'm 9.
You're 19 right now. So it's been 2 years you're living in Germany now.
Yes.
All right.
So I was 17 because of that. I had a passport. I could move easily because I had a pass. I moved to Turkey.
So you took a flight from Iran, and then you flew to Turkey.
Turkey.
Where in Turkey?
I think Istanbul.
Istanbul. Okay. What did you do after that?
So.
And you're with your mom.
Yes, I was with my mom and my brother.
And your brother. Okay.
Yes. We had a friend who came earlier to Germany.
Okay.
So he told us what we can do, how we can move.
Right.
There was a person. It's illegal. If you want to help someone to, for example, pass the border, it's illegal. It's an illegal job.
It's an illegal job, eh?
So they introduced us this person who can help us pass the border from.
Your friend introduced you three, you, your mom, and your brother, to this person who can illegally help you
to move to Greece.
Okay.
So we were in Istanbul, I think, and at the first, the person who helped us pass the border told us we are 15 person in a van.
Okay.
And when we arrived, there were 40 person in one van.
Okay.
I was sitting like this.
So
the whole way.
A van will take you from Turkey to Greece?
To the nearest point
of Greece.
I think, yes. But it was the part of Turkey.
Okay.
Turkey.
Okay.
From there, you take a boat.
Right.
A big boat. So when we arrived, it was night in the mountain.
Oh.
So we had to walk down the mountain in the night. We could see anything because there was no lights.
So all these 40 people arrived in the night.
Yes.
And on a mountain.
We were two vans.
Oh, okay.
So we walked down the mountain.
Yeah.
With this heavy boat, and not everyone was helping.
With the boat?
Yes. We had to carry the boat down the mountain to go to get to sea and pass the sea.
Right.
So it was so heavy and no one was helping. They were just watching.
Okay.
So we had to carry this heavy boat down the mountain, and when we arrived, we had to pump the boat because it wasn't a proper boat.
Yeah, it was like a floating airboat. Okay.
So.
And what was the capacity of a boat?
I think 15 or 10, but there were 50 person on this boat, 50 to 60. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And the persons who helped us pass the border, they all say, okay, in the van they told us we are 15. For the boat, they told us we are maximum, I don't know, 30. But when we arrived, 50, 60%. Go inside. And you have to go inside. You can't do anything else. You can't go back. There's no way back. You have to go inside the boat or there's no way back.
Oh my God. Okay. So wait, we are on a very good, interesting point. So you have this boat now, and the person, who's this person? Is this person who's helping you both, or helping you and others? This guy who is doing all this illegal stuff, is he from Turkey or from Greece?
I think he was from Afghanistan.
And how come he was doing all those things? Anyway,
he lives there. He lives in
probably
Turkey.
Yeah, probably. So he helped you and your family and other people to go on the other side.
Yes.
Where did you go? I want to know. Okay, after getting in the boat, what happened after that?
Here is Greece.
Right.
So we moved from boat from here to there, and so far here from Bademeli, from Istanbul to Badmeli with a small van, 40 person.
Really?
Hell yeah. That was hard. That was really hard. We arrived there and we had to climb the mountain. It was a mountain.
Yeah.
And when you get there, I thought you easily buy a ticket and leave the island.
Did you have enough money?
So we had enough money, but there were a lot of people who had problems with money. Yeah, financial problems. They couldn't afford the tickets to move to Athens, Greece.
Yeah.
We arrived there and it was cold.
Okay.
I think it was the same time, 2 years back, the same time that we moved. It was cold. It was cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait. So in that dark, in the night.
It was a night.
Huh?
It was in the morning. When we arrived, it was morning.
With the boat.
Yes.
So you arrived Greece.
Yes.
Where in Greece?
So Mytil.
Oh, Mytil. Okay, that's where you arrived.
This
Okay,
a small island.
Right.
And after that,
Yeah.
you have to get tickets, some paper, some.
That you're a migrant. You're a refugee.
Yes.
Okay.
And that I'm leaving this island. When you get this, it wasn't easy to get. You had to wait, I don't know, 24 hours to 84 hours.
How many people were there waiting for this? This is just like an ID card.
Yes.
That I'm
a
leaving
lot.
this.
Yes, a lot of people. You had a card, and when you arrived, you get a card, a number. So when you have your number, then you can go in. And
Go in where?
yeah, in the inside to get your identity.
Okay, okay. So you
Identity card.
okay, now let's go ahead. So now you have an ID card.
Yeah.
Now what? Where did you go?
So after that, you take a bus.
Okay. Is it arranged by somebody?
I
or
think
you pay?
I don't exactly remember. Yeah.
Did you pay some money?
No, I don't think so.
So you just sat on the bus?
Yes.
And where did you go?
So that was a city. Other
Some other
side of
city
the
of-
other side of the island.
Okay.
So there was big ships.
Okay.
We could move to Athens.
Okay.
And from Athens there were a lot of bus and trains. Freely you could move. They will transport you. I think
Where did you go
40
from
euro
Athens to where did you go
I
after
will, I will
that?
show you. We had to take a bus. We had to pay ourselves when we moved with ship.
Within Greece or going outside Greece now?
Outside Greece.
There was bus to
I
go
think
outside?
yes.
In which country?
Macedonia. I'm looking for this. I can't find it.
From Athens?
Yes.
You took a bus?
Yes.
And then you went to Macedonia, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, where did you arrive in Macedonia? After that, what did
So,
you do?
Before we arrived in Macedonia,
Okay.
Macedonia, they said Iranians are not allowed to leave. They are not allowed to go.
Really?
The border is closed for Iranians.
Why?
Because it was the time that they were closing the borders. At the first they started with Iranians. They said just the countries which has war. For example, Afghanistan, Syria,
Right.
Iraq.
Right.
Just these three countries. Other countries are not allowed to leave.
Right.
They are not allowed to go. They said from Greece, they said you can stay here, you can work here, whatever you want, but you can't move. You can't leave here. You have to stay here.
So you can't go forward from here.
No,
If you want to work in Macedonia, you can.
no, not Macedonia.
You go back then.
We were behind the border of Macedonia.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you were at the border.
Yes,
If you pass, then you will be in Macedonia. Otherwise,
Yes.
you're in Greece right now.
yes.
Okay.
If you could, I heard, if you could pass the border to Macedonia, they will send you back.
Really?
Yes, to
They would deport you.
to Greece. Yes.
Okay.
We had to move back to Athens after we understood, we can't go.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can't go any
So
further.
you came back to Athens.
We came back to Athens.
So you, your mom, and your brother.
Yes.
Okay.
They took us a bus from Athens to the border.
Again to the same border.
to the same border.
Okay. You come back from
Yes.
Athens again
It was
with the
night.
papers. Okay.
It was nice that they can understand exactly their identity,
Right.
our identity.
They just see it. Okay.
Yeah. To the border.
You came to the border. After that, what happened?
Yes. The person who wanted to help us pass the border.
Of Macedonia.
Yes.
Okay.
He told us we have to wait. Someone is not with us. We had a problem.
Okay.
That's why they said it's okay. Well, thanks God for that. And it was raining, cold and cold. Because of that, the next borders they weren't checking your identity. You just showed them that they didn't exactly pay attention to your identity, to your
Right.
papers. So because of that, because of the rain and this, I don't know, the cold weather, we
So
could
after
pass the
that-
border.
Which country did you go?
After that, we moved to Serbia. From Serbia to
Bosnia.
Bosnia, I think so.
Okay.
And
After that.
Croatia,
Okay.
Austria, and Germany.
How did you cross Austria border?
They let us to move.
They just said, okay, go.
Yeah, like every other refugees.
Okay. And then when did you arrive Germany? Which was the first meeting point for you in Germany?
I think Munich. Yeah,
So you arrived in Munich.
Munich. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So after that, they took us a bus. We couldn't decide which part to go. So they took us a bus to.
So there was a bus arrangement for you?
Yes, everything was arranged.
Yeah?
We couldn't decide where to go. They sent us to Frankfurt and the Oder.
Okay, Frankfurt Oder,
So
okay.
there they took some pictures of our body,
Right.
our identity.
So there was an ID card for you?
Yes,
for
the new
Germany?
new ID card.
Okay.
And they I don't know, for disease or
Yeah, right. Healthcare.
healthcare.
Right.
And after that, we stayed like 2 weeks there, and after that, they sent us back to Falkensee,
Right.
near Berlin, almost Berlin.
Yeah, that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, at the first 6 months, we were in a big hall. Everyone was living next to each other.
Really?
There was no room.
Mm.
So it was hard to live there, really hard, because you couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Got this part.
No, man, it's alright. You're now in a good place, and I think people are taking care of. I think Germans are really helpful, and there are so many voluntary organizations.
The governor is taking care of refugees.
Government.
Yeah.
Yeah. Germany has the most number of refugees right now.
Yes, I think it's the most number
Yeah.
in the world.
I think it's easy for you to talk now, but when he was going through all that, I don't know if we as a human potential can even try to understand, because we live in so much luxury, to be honest. Okay.
Oh, I forgot one part.
What?
The hardest part.
What?
So when they told us we are not allowed to pass the border
In Macedonia.
in Macedonia, we were sleeping 7 days in cold weather on ground.
You, your mom, and your brother.
Other-
All the others also.
It was cold. there were nothing else that we couldn't bear. We burned everything,
Yeah.
even the clothes, to make us warm. It was so cold. You sleep at night. In the morning, when you wake up, everything is wet, right? Because of the weather.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the worst part
Yeah.
of this trip. I didn't explain to you. We couldn't stay in Turkey,
Yeah.
because we wanted to rent a house.
So you first came to Istanbul.
Yes, we wanted to stay in Turkey.
Why didn't you? Yeah, that's my question. Why didn't you stay in Turkey?
So because no one gave us a home, we wanted to rent a home, and no one gave it to us.
You mean
When
with
they
money?
understood that we are from Iran, they said no. We wanted to pay for this.
You had money.
Yeah, we had money to pay for it, but they didn't accept it. We also said we can probably pay the whole year, but they didn't accept.
So the circumstances were such that now you can't go back to Iran, and now you can't even stay in Turkey.
A lot of people died in the sea from.
Of course, we all know. World has
Turkey.
seen that. World has seen that. Crossing the borders from one part to the other, it looks like that everything is. I'm sure there were pictures of that small baby drowned on the beach side, and the whole world cried for that.
There wasn't just one baby, one child.
Definitely, so many lives have lost.
A lot. It was so dangerous.
Yeah. All right. It was hard to hear that. Now you are like chilling out here in Germany. See, the whole intention of this video is I just wanted to walk over the journey what he has gone over. You will find Ali in future videos also. I hope to do more videos with you. We're gonna hang out here. We've become friends. He actually reached out to me on Instagram. Other than all this thing, he also does something. That's why he reached out to me, which I'm gonna reveal in future videos. But sticking to the point of the journey what he just explained, it wasn't easy, right? It wasn't easy. Now the steps what he took were more on a human basis, because situations were so much crippled and they were scaring and haunting you, that now I have left all my home and I decide to live in altogether different part of the world. Yeah.
We lost everything. I had my friends, I had my motorbike, I went to school, I went to gym, normal life. And most important part, I lost all of my friends. I have no friends.
Yeah.
I think that's the hardest part.
Alright guys, so after that serious talk, look what we have got. A Persian hospitality by Mr. Ali. Actually, his mom made the food, and I want to thank you before actually I start having food.
Thanks for coming.
We're gonna finish the food and I'll get back to you. So this is the last part of the video. I want to put this out one thing very loud and clear. Germany is the only country which is leading the whole refugee crisis heads on. I don't want to compare any other country because they're not even in the race. Now, I'm going to be sharing few facts and figures. I just want a very quick attention. So according to the OECD stands for Organization of Economics, Cooperation and Development. So they do a survey, and they did a survey in 2015. Germany has spent around 16 billion euros, which is about 0.5% of their total GDP on refugee crisis. And in 2015, there were around 900 asylum seekers who reached out to Germany. In Germany, more than 1.4 million people have already sought asylum here, which is almost 4 times the capacity of Italy, 6 times the capacity of France, and nearly 12 times the capacity of the United Kingdom. The other reason what I feel strongly why German government is leading the whole refugee crisis movement is because of their initiatives. They are providing them with the houses, they're providing them with medical facilities, they're providing them with the fund every month. They are also providing them with the language course so that they can have their life very easygoing whenever they want to move around here. At the end, they should feel like that they are home away from home. So if I have to talk about funding, in 2015 they were spending around 244 million euros. In 2017 it has gone up to 610 million euros. My only message from this video is, please, if you are in whichever country, as an individual capacity, in whatever manner you can help these people, go out and make their life easy. You will feel really good. After 4 to 5 years, this refugee crisis has hit its zenith. Many people are still waiting to hear their fate. Go ahead and help others. Alright guys, so I would like to end this video on this message. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.